Good morning. So nice to have you join us. Thanksgiving just a week and a day away. My goodness, this month is going by so quickly. And I bet if you're like most of us, that means that you're also ready for the Christmas season. You know who else is? Our first guest this morning, Ellen Liston, is here with Dollywood, and they are gearing up once again for their Smoky Mountain Christmas. Good to see you.
You know, I love coming here and talking about what's happening at Dollywood and Christmas. Just my favorite time of year. I kind of always feel like every season is my favorite, but when I get to the holidays, it's just something about it, and especially at Dollywood, that just does make your spirits bright, like the old song goes.
You are not the only one who loves it. I did not know until you gave me this little bit of a brag this morning that, what is it, for the last 15 years, y'all have gotten this great recognition?
Yeah, so we have this thing called the golden tickets in the theme park industry. It's basically like the Oscars if you're a theme park. And it's literally worldwide. So 15 years ago, maybe 16 now, they introduced Best Holiday Festival, and we literally have won it every year.
Really?
So much so that they just retired the award, Best Holiday Event, at a theme park, because they're like, nobody else is going to win it.
Yeah.
Y'all are just going to be the legacy holiday event. But if you've never been to Dollywood at Christmas, let me tell you why that is. We've got 6 million lights.
6 million.
6 million, million with an M. Amazing entertainment, and they're right on cue with some of that great entertainment. Our attractions that are unmatched.
Even
like
the train
Dollywood,
is decorated.
I know, the Dollywood Express train, all decked out. Snow every evening, a little bling, of course. We always have Dolly there with us.
Right.
That's her niece Heidi right there, who has her own show during the holiday season. And then great food, which is what you and I always gravitate towards.
Yes, we talk about
somebody
it.
else riding the great rides, watching the lights from Wild Eagle upside down, seeing some of those. You and I are having a red velvet funnel cake, because that's how we roll.
Oh, that's our plan?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
A red velvet funnel cake.
Yeah. Doesn't
Okay.
that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds
So I
pretty
actually
good.
had one last week, and it was unbelievable.
So I said that y'all are also gearing up. I'm guessing you've been geared up.
We just kind of stay geared up for Christmas. Once Halloween is over, we're like ready to hit the road running. You know, Dolly does things that big, and she's like,
Yeah.
you know, a
We've
couple of
heard that.
weeks is not enough for Christmas. So we start early, we go late. So we're actually open until January 4th. So
That's good.
if you've got a busy Christmas season, you might want to plan for the week after Christmas,
That's
since
a
we're
good
open
point.
a few more days. However, one of my favorite things to do is to go see Santa at
do
our
y'all do
Santa
that?
experience. Yes, and you know, I don't know if you know this, but Santa and Dolly are really good friends. So of course, why wouldn't they be? Two
Right.
of the nicest individuals on the planet, right? So Santa, he keeps the elves are still at the North Pole because they are really busy this time of year, obviously getting those wish lists in. That's where Santa is checking them at Dollywood. So you can figure out if you're going to be on the naughty list. You still got a little time left.
That won't happen.
On the nice list. You know, I checked last week. I was still kind of right there on the border. So I still got a little bit of work to do, but that's okay.
We'll put a good word in for you, Ellen.
Okay, but
Wait, I want to ask you something.
great place to go see Santa.
Do you need to make an appointment to see Santa?
No, you just get in line.
What?
But let me tell you
The
this.
old-fashioned way.
Let me tell you this, that we have a brand new s'more station right by the Santa Experience. It's between the Santa Experience and the train. Two don't miss things at Dollywood's Christmas. So grab you some s'mores and hot chocolate while you're waiting in line to see Santa or get on the train. That's a good day.
That's
at
a very
Dollywood.
good day. You know, I guess usually when you are here, we're talking about the roller coasters and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the train doesn't come front and center. It's running all year long, I guess.
It is running all year
It
long.
looks so nostalgic, though, in the
It's
Christmas
so
season.
pretty. It's just kind of that old-fashioned feel of Christmas. Somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago, are there a bunch of new things at Dollywood? We always have a little bit of new at Christmas, but you know what people love at Christmas is the traditions or making new traditions with their family. So I think it's got that small town Christmas feel with lots of big attractions and lights and great entertainment too.
So I want to be careful how I say this, because I think I'm right in saying it though. You talk about like the 15 years of recognition in that category at the Golden Tickets, and every time you're here, there's a lot to talk about. We don't always talk about the staff that you have at Dollywood, but you know, it's a livable area. People settle there for their lives. You've got people who've worked there for a long time.
So we have a handful of employees. You know, this is the end of our 40th season. And this is actually the 35th season for Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas, which is also hard to believe.
Yeah.
But we have some employees that literally have been there since day one of Dollywood. Actually, a few months before day one of Dollywood, because they were getting trained for Dollywood. 3 of them are sisters. There are 5 sisters that work there. 2 have since retired, but 3 of them still work there. One in our house and grounds area who helps put in all the beautiful landscaping, keeps it pretty even during the holiday season. One who works in our culinary department. If you go by Market Square, the big skillet, her name is Cricket. She's usually right there. Another one is kind of on the housekeeping team, keeping everything pretty. That is kind of our secret ingredient for every season.
Well, I did want to point it out because I think people want to know, gee, is it as fun to work here as it seems to be? You know, you have fun when you're the guest for the day, but the fact that you have these people that have done this and you know Cricket's name.
Yes.
So now we can tell her
Cricket,
hello.
Kathy, and Poke are the 3 sisters who are 3 of my favorite hosts, what we call our employees, but they kind of create that atmosphere that's really the essence of Dollywood. So when you go in and see like Christmas in the Smokies or 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and have that feel of almost a grand Christmas pageant, maybe at your school or at your church, it has that kind of feel.
I've got to wrap it up, but let me tell you, if you want to play Santa too, there are season passes you can buy for Dollywood always, right?
Perfect time to buy season passes because you can get it now and enjoy all of 2026 with the new Night Flight Expedition ride coming. Perfect for that Grinch on your list. That
All of it
something.
at Dollywood.com. I think you're Santa too.
I tried.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Welcome to the Hemp House. Let me show you where the treats are.
Our selection of local products allows the Hemp House to bring a little calm to life's journeys. Whether